Hello and welcome to another episode of Respect the Mic podcast.
I've completely forgot my intro.
This is the podcast.
This is the podcast where we talk about Asian things that matter to Asian people. As always, I'm your host, Michael Lamb.
And I'm your boy, Michael Truong. Don't worry, man. I always got your back, man.
Always
got your back. And today, we have our guest who's been on the episode before, Katie Wong, returning to talk more about banter this time. Because we were a bit serious last time you come on the show, but
half serious,
half serious.
Not, but I prefer to be not serious. That's more fun.
We like to cater to our guests, so we will try to not talk about politics. But hey, can't promise anything.
I don't know. Sometimes I might just throw something in.
Keep my mouth shut, mate. Keep my mouth shut.
Everybody good. Everybody feel happy. Everybody got water.
Yep, got my chamomile tea.
Yeah,
that's right.
I'm all good.
Courtesy of Lamb.
That's right.
We do cater to our guests. So if you do want to come on board, know that you will have a chamomile tea.
Or whatever tea you fancy. I've got Yorkshire tea as well.
To be fair, you offered me
latte.
2 teas, so not that much of a variety. But there you go. Yeah.
Wow.
Sure.
I kind of felt like you didn't want like caffeine. You know?
No, you're right.
Yeah.
But then you offered me green tea, so yeah.
Wait, that's
But
got no
I'm
caffeine.
appreciative. Obviously,
got
I'm
no
grateful.
caffeine.
I'm very grateful
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
chamomile tea.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Everybody's
I feel
hydrated.
good.
Got to stay hydrated. Actually, I don't know. And yeah. Stay hydrated. It keeps you healthy. All right. So formalities. How's everybody? Lamb, you good?
I've been good.
The
Yeah.
host
Great.
of the show. Lamb's good.
Surviving. I'm just in my own flat, so it feels great. I don't have to travel or anything. It's relaxing.
Nothing's changed much for Lamb. He's still living that quarantine life.
That's it.
And if you guys watched last week's episode, I messed up the grammar there. If you watched last week's episode, you would have known that Lamb did a COVID test.
Oh, did you?
And it did come out part negative.
It came out
Thank
negative.
God.
So Lamb is clear, all
clear.
in the clear. I am in the clear. So don't worry, Katie. How are you? How have you been since our last? I think it was last year.
It was a whole year.
Has it?
I checked it. It was a whole year. It was August 2019.
An entire
No.
year.
Yeah.
An
So
entire
it's
year.
literally more than a year.
That means I've been waiting a year for you guys to ask me back on.
Right.
That's crazy.
I mean,
But I'm glad that you did in the end.
Hey, well, you are the first. Well, no, you're
no,
not.
it's
You're
not Robert.
second returning
yeah.
Second.
guest.
But however, we haven't really had a guest return often. You're the second of many.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's,
Yeah, man.
I mean, our output rate has not really been exceptional. Sorry about the consistency, but you know what? Quarantine, man. Quarantine, COVID, all of this impending, looming fear. Fuck, man. So yeah, I know it's been a year. Sorry, we do apologize.
But
Yeah, how you been?
God, I mean, same as everyone else, really.
You okay though? Job, working, still good?
Working. So that's, I think now that's what everyone just is grateful for, to have work.
100%.
I think I've had it though, because
What?
just before the lockdown, I was experiencing some symptoms. I looked at Tom Hanks, he had the article saying he had it, and I was like, oh my God, I have exactly the same symptoms. And I was like, oh shit.
Do you think it might have been like ghost symptoms though? Like
No,
when you get
because I
shook?
got it before I saw the article. Then I saw the article. You deny it because you go, nah, it's not it. And this was before the lockdown, so no one really took it seriously. Everyone was like, this is an Asian thing, like in Asia, this dirty Asian thing. No, we're not going to be affected in the West.
You are East Asian. We
So,
catch it.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm hoping it was it because I didn't spread it to my family, which is good.
Bless.
And I survived, and hopefully I have antibodies. So that's what I'm hoping. But I haven't had the antibody test because it's really expensive.
Rah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize you had to pay for it.
Yeah, they're not offering it yet on the NHS. Also because you think about it, what benefit do they have to offer it?
True
right?
say.
Unless there's this whole thing about immunity passports, but they're not really doing that anymore, are they?
No.
So it's more for research. If they select you randomly, they're still doing a lot of research. So I'm hoping to be selected by this computer someday.
Oh, I actually have a friend who's up for that.
Oh,
See?
no way.
Yeah.
My sister got
What?
it.
Dude, no way.
Yeah, he's up for it.
See? Why not me,
Feels so
man?
special.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Like, you just never know what they're injecting you with, what they're swabbing you with. Like, what?
The antibody test is not the painful nose and throat swab, which you did. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hurts, man.
Did you do it yourself?
It ain't
Was it
easy.
home kit?
Home kit.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
she did the.
Well, yeah,
put
you
it
couldn't
in
do it
the-
yourself because you'd just be like, no.
Yeah.
But oh my God, the antibody test is different. It's, I want to say, a blood test.
Mm.
I don't quote me on that. It's not the painful one anyway.
I don't know, man.
If a vaccination does come out though,
are you having it?
Are you going to take it?
Well, I was thinking, because a lot of people said this, right? So I don't think we're going to get a vaccine anytime soon.
Nah.
Let's say 2-3 years, right?
Yeah.
Let's say be realistic, 2-3 years.
Earliest next year.
Yeah.
But like end
not
of year.
even. I don't think even.
That's like really hopeful.
That's a real push.
I think 2-3 years, right? And by 2-3 years, I think we're so used to living with it that, like, do you get the flu vaccine?
No, never.
I don't.
Never.
Exactly.
No, yeah.
I think we're just going to be like,
yeah, skip it.
I think so. So, but I mean, if the option's there, maybe. But I feel like we'll be so used to it by then.
And I just feel like all the conspiracy theories will start flying out.
Definitely.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
Get it.
Therefore, man.
I mean, you do want some guinea pigs first, of course. Like, you don't want to be the first batch of people. Same with the iPhones.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the first batch of people to get the new iPhones.
Yeah, make sure
Same thing.
they experience all the bugs first.
Let the first people die.
Yeah.
And that'll let us know whether we need to take this vaccine.
Yeah.
Wow.
But no, I think that it's going to be around for a long time. So
I mean, we may be entering the world of pandemics, man. Like, just every, they're saying that it has the possibility to evolve, just like the common flu, it constantly evolves, right? And it slightly changes. So you could catch it again because your body's not used to that particular strain.
yeah.
So I don't know, man. I'll just chance it. Oh
We
no.
were stuck at home with my parents the entire lockdown, and you just go, wow, this is the Asian parent logic is crazy. And the funny thing is, I talk to all my friends, Asian friends, and they feel exactly the same.
Man.
Why?
Like,
What happened?
I mean, Wechat University, everyone knows Wechat University.
Yeah.
Telling you all of this information that they have, like putting Tiger Balm on the top of your top lip, yeah, will protect you from COVID. And my mum was like, and my dad, my granddad be walking around with Tiger Balm on their top lip. What the hell?
Hey, Tiger Balm protects you from everything.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
It's
it
like
does.
peak Asian. That they think Tiger Balm. You'd be like, break your arm, and they're like, put some Tiger Balm on that shit.
That's it.
I can confirm.
It's
I can confirm.
crazy.
It's the solution to everything. Headache, tummy ache.
You got shot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You got an STD.
So it's like
You got cancer.
peak.
Just put Tiger Balm.
And they just like they don't seem to understand science. So like he'd be freaking out about like, I don't know, the bottom of shoes, which you don't even walk into the house with our shoes outside, obviously.
100. Come on.
And he's like spraying it with like freaking soap and water. I'm like, what's that gonna do? I don't understand. But then he'll go somewhere and then like not wash his hands properly, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't.
What's the craziest things that you heard from your parents?
Okay, this is why I don't want to put my parents on blast too much.
Too late. You got to dish the dirt.
But there's the craziest thing that mum did. Okay, she put cut onions. Right, you see, how many listeners
I've
are going
not
to say
heard
that they know this?
I've heard this one.
She put cut onions everywhere because it disinfects the room.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Mum, if that was true, they would have it all in hospitals.
Apparently, it absorbs all of the bad air or like the virus.
Well, you just leave them out in the open.
The pathogens, yeah.
And then they just let them sit there. I was like, well, you're going to change it every time? It's going to rot, and then just
That
change
was
it all the time.
literally the one that I was going to say as well.
I'm going to have to try
I've
this.
heard that. I've seen that so
She
many
did.
stories.
I took pictures there's like 6 of them around the house. I took pictures of all 6 of them, and I sent it to all my friends, my sisters, and I was like, my mum's crazy, and she's like, it works.
Do you know what their logic is as well? Do you have COVID?
I know.
Does anyone in this family have
Exactly.
it?
No.
Well,
Obviously, it
clearly
works.
is working.
There was another thing. Oh my gosh, she used to forced feed me this. I don't know. It was like what root was it? It was oh my God, I can't remember. Licorice root.
Okay.
She's like that.
What?
That will keep your immune system like really top tip. She's like, and it tastes like shit. Like I can eat shit. Like I can eat really bad shit.
Wow. You heard it first. She can eat shit.
I can eat all sorts of shit. Okay, but that tastes so bad. It got to the point where I was like, the last time she tried to force feed me, I was like, no, no more. I'm not drinking that shit anymore. Actually, but when I did think I had it, I was really ill, obviously, and I just didn't tell her anything. I was just like, I'm fine. I'm like dying inside. I'm like, no, I'm not sick. I'm
It's
fine.
okay,
Yeah.
trust me, Mum.
Because if you tell her you're sick, she could be like, oh
Yeah.
my God, you have
She's
it.
gonna
She's
go
going to freak
AWOL.
out.
I'm surprised ginger wasn't on the list.
Oh, it was mixed with ginger.
Oh, okay.
It was licorice root,
Shouts.
ginger. It was like all mixed like this. Oh, it was disgusting. I smell it and I get the nightmares.
Hey, man.
So there you go.
All I got to say is, like, Chinese population is very big, man. Like, we living out here. So,
And,
it could be working. It could be
I mean,
working.
they have the longest civilization in history. So there's not like everything I don't believe, but there is just some crazy things you're just like come on.
But I feel like because there's no science back to it, you know.
Yeah.
It's just kind of trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me. It's just like there's no data behind it. It's just trust me. Okay. It's in our ancestry.
That's what they say.
It's in our ancestry.
This has been passed down.
This will work.
But do you know what the new thing is? I swear to you, the new thing is it's like on WeChat, because I don't know if your parents are doing the same thing.
My parents don't use WeChat.
Oh
my parents are on WeChat.
Oh my God. Do they have this group from like, they basically reunite from the different villages back in like Vietnam and shit?
Yeah.
And they all get into it. They add everyone from like fucking America, UK, everything.
Worst.
And so now they've got like all these group chats, and she's like, look, she's sending you the videos. This random dude, no accreditation, nothing, just in probably a coat that he found in a freaking shop. And he's like, guys, there's the same guy that told you to put Tiger Balm on top of your lip. Same guy is telling you about the onions, telling you about it, and you're like, and she's like, look, this guy said it. I'm like, okay, who's he? It's like, this guy, everyone's sending it on WeChat. You know, that kind of thing?
Yeah. Standard. Everybody's talking about
I've seen the same guy in 3 chats now. He must be he must be legit.
Oh, no.
It's that law of attraction, you know? It's like,
oh God.
This is like
painful.
Facebook, but now moved to WeChat.
Yeah, for the Asian parents,
Oh, no.
Luckily, my parents are not even on Facebook. Thank God, because that would be, oh my God, that would be crazy.
It's just a pool of misinformation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
But to be fair, though, like, there's a lot out there that we just can't draw the line in the sand and say this is true and this is not, because even like you know, the
Western,
who are like dropping different you know, studies and different things every day. I'll see different things like, oh yeah, now we found out that you can recatch it. Some dude in Hong Kong caught it. Oh, we found out that it is transferable through air, and it's just like bare misinformation. So you don't know where the line in the sand is.
It always just makes me laugh how gullible they are. Like they'll just post anything and they'll just lap it up and be like, this works. This is true.
At least with that, it's like, okay, they have a WHO has worldwide recognition. Okay, this random guy in China, you have no idea who he is,
but he has got worldwide recognition. He's got
a lab coat
from everybody.
From fancy dress shop or something.
He's recognized by all the Asian parents, you know.
It's probably a factory coat as well. It's probably not even a doctor's coat, and he's like trying to look official and shit. So
I feel like you're getting bare stressed at your parents for like.
I'm just thinking about it, and I'm just like, I remember the traumas. Yeah. The thing is, I was the only one working at the time, so it was always me getting this shit, because it's like, if anything came back, it'd be my fault.
Because you were going out of the house.
Because I was working,
yeah.
I didn't go out that much, because work wasn't sending me out too much, obviously. But when I did all the shopping too, every time it was like, we're getting masks, you get gloves, and it's like, oh my gosh, shut up! I don't want to leave the house because they're just gonna, you know.
I had one auntie who was so paro that when she did all her shopping, she would line up all her shopping and then like disinfect.
That's what my mum does. That's normal. That's normal. That's what they do nowadays.
Oh my days, that's effort.
That's mad for me.
For me,
that's
bare
mad.
effort.
They sit there and just wipe every single piece, and I'm like, yeah.
That's a mission. Obviously, and if you're like younger now, like living that yard, you reckon they get like the teens to okay, bring in the shopping now, wipe it down for me.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's
I did the shopping so I could move that, like push that to my mum, and my sister would do that.
Delegate.
I did the hard work.
Delegate.
And I paid for it.
So do you are you an advocate for disinfecting all the food when you and everything, the packaging?
I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I read a lot. Again, this is what you said earlier, isn't it? You read a lot of scientific research, but you don't know how far it goes. And a lot of them have said that on packaging is quite unlikely. It's low risk anyway.
I just don't even know, man.
But yeah, exactly. So
just stand on sides when you can, wear your mask, and if you catch it, just peep.
Would you avoid getting, you know how you get carrots and onions that are just not in packages?
Oh yeah, loose ones.
You wash them though, innit?
Yeah, exactly. That's cool.
Yeah, unless the virus goes inside the carrot and then you eat it. And
that's probably what my dad said.
Yeah,
I swear down, this guy came up. He's just and the thing is, for sure, people are randomly making up stuff on WeChat. They'll be like, did you hear the chicken at Tesco is infected?
But that was legit though. Like there was bare recalls happening, like just because they were like, oh yeah, somebody's tampered with.
Do you have
food.
WeChat?
No, not WeChat.
Are you sure?
No. It was on like local news and stuff, innit? And they were like, oh, if you're in these areas, then you shouldn't eat this food. And I was like, some of these things that are on this list, I've already eaten. So I'm like, fuck
still
it.
alive though.
Yeah,
it's cool.
I might.
But you just cook it. You cook all the bacteria off anyway.
Yeah.
right?
That's the point of cooking, isn't it?
Yeah.
I hope so.
I still clean my chicken.
What about
Like
sushi
wash.
though?
Yeah, I wash it.
Are you staying away from sushi?
Nah,
No,
I
no,
love
no, no.
sushi. That's one thing I really crave.
See, people, you know where you can really kill the bacteria on that.
True.
I've always wanted to know if you can just buy fish. Well, you can't buy fish from like the supermarket and just use that as sushi, can you?
Nah, you gotta go Billingsgate Fish Market.
You gotta get fresh, I think.
Yeah,
Fresh, innit?
that's the freshest place I know.
Apparently, you can freeze it.
Freeze what?
Freeze fresh fish and then unfreeze it and then have it as sushi.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the same
Taste,
taste
yeah.
and texture, and it's not as fresh
Yeah,
when
yeah.
it's frozen. Apparently, because when you're freezing it, the the inside structure of it will change in it. It's altered the taste.
Man, scientific here. I just want to
He
make
knows
some
about his
sushi.
fish.
I just want to have a dinner party and serve some sushi.
I mean, I've had sushi. I've had sushi since. That's the only thing I crave. So the help out, eat out. I was like, sushi all the way.
Yeah,
Not gonna
yeah.
lie, yeah. I banged out some sushi, man. But
It's one thing you can't make at home. So something you could just, everyone made at home.
That's what I mean. I would love to make sashimi for a dinner party, but like
Billingsgate
salmon,
Market then.
da-da-da-da-da.
You have to wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
no,
Yeah,
even
it's a bit
earlier than
Yeah,
that.
earlier.
Even earlier than that. Right? Oh my god, by like 4 or 5, most things are gone.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I think most things are out. Like the freshest stuff is gone in it.
Mm.
But who knows? I'm not about that life. I'm not getting up that early to do sushi. I'm just gonna go to a restaurant and eat sushi. So anything else that your parents have been doing that really got you hung up during quarantine?
And like I said, I'm not going to put them on blast too much.
Again, it's
Now I
too
feel
late.
bad.
You can just say your parents' friends. Like, it doesn't have to be
What I
them.
will say, I know, right? I know, but honestly, I feel like a lot of friends that I speak to were like, oh my God, same. So then I'm, okay, it's not just my parents. It's very an Asian parent kind of thing. And then when you relate, you're like, okay, then someone else is suffering with me. But you guys obviously don't have to deal with
We
it
don't have
anymore
it.
because you don't have your parents around
Not
anymore.
living with my mum, but my mum did go a bit mental on my dad because he dropped somebody home and he wasn't wearing a mask, and then she isolated him for 2 weeks in the garage. So
Oh my God, my mum.
shouts to my mum.
Oh my God, my mum actually,
That's
same thing. So
cold.
I went to Italy for 4 days and I literally would tell her like the day before so she didn't have time to like lecture me. And same thing, she was like, you're staying in a hotel for 2 weeks when you come back. I'm like, but it's not on the list. The government doesn't even want to quarantine me and you want to quarantine me.
You know more than the government, yeah?
But she's not as cold as your mum. She didn't
yeah.
actually do it in the end.
That was pretty cold blooded. She wasn't messing around, man.
That's crazy. But when was it? Like during the height of the pandemic or was it like recently?
It was like mid through the quarantine time.
Okay, that's
Mid
quite
through quarantine.
height.
I think actually it was towards the end of quarantine, so like June-ish.
And then,
Okay.
and then how was he getting his food? Was it just fruit?
Food is
like,
like
you
a
know, like in prison.
I'm not too
Just
sure
slide it through.
of the specifics, but I'm sure my mum probably cooked it and then like left it like here.
Yeah.
Now
Like
you
a
can go
prison.
collect it.
Text him, be
Yeah.
like, okay, it's safe to come out.
Yeah. My mom's serious, She's not even trying to like come and chat to me.
Came out like some Notre Dame figure, just like comes and eats, and then goes back to the garage.
Let us know. Have your parents been isolating each other? Have they been doing some crazy stuff?
I bet they have.
Like
I
wow,
know it.
yeah. We want to see if this is an Asian thing.
I want to hear all them stories, man. The madder, the better.
Yeah, or even if you're not
Crazier
East
the
Asian,
better.
you're anybody else. Like
Yeah,
we want to
trust me.
find if this is some. We want to
Parent
collate
thing,
some
yeah.
information and see if there's some data we can collect here.
But do you know what I was thinking though? Like I get quite a lot of laughs from it. But I was thinking, if I have kids, because we're all British born, right?
Yeah.
I always think, how are we going to raise our kids? They're not going to experience this crazy Asian stuff. And like, in a way, it's as funny as it is, you kind of get to experience like the culture and understand the kind of crazy things they
Yeah, like
know.
all the quirks in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we are not really, I'm not going to cut onions and be like, hey, kid, I might do it for fun actually, just to be like, just to replay some of my mum's experience for them. But we're not going to do that. I just think they're going to lose that like, OG touch.
I kind of get what you mean.
But your kids will still have your parents, as grandparents. So
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
they're gonna influence them in some sort of way.
Yeah.
But there will be a lot of back and forth, definitely between grandparents and parents.
True.
Back and forth about parenting skills and parenting techniques.
I think that would be a great troll though, because our kids would be
Yes.
so ignorant on everything.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, don't worry, I know. Eat these eyeballs.
Yeah.
It's going to make you do this and that.
Yeah, because they always say like Asians will say like you eat the thing and then that thing's gonna be good for you. So eat the eyeballs, good for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
eyes,
yeah.
eat the legs, whatever. I mean, to be fair, I think I'll do that to them just because I'll force them to eat different things.
Yeah. I'll make that stuff up.
I would love to troll my kids though, so bad.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, definitely. You know the rice one where you got to clean your bowl. I'm like, you better clean it, otherwise your wife is
spots.
gonna have loads of spots.
Exactly.
I want to lay that one on
This
thick.
is what I mean. But you have to say you pass on that like cultural. You know, it's quirky and it's kind of weird, but otherwise, how else do you understand the culture?
I ain't ever letting go of Tiger Balm. There's no way I'm ever using vapor wicks. Like,
Yeah, no vapor wicks.
never.
Not supporting
Not
that.
in my household ever.
Exactly.
It's always gonna be Tiger Balm.
Yeah.
Or titayo. What's it? Do you know about
Titayo?
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it
Tita
correct.
Zao.
Titayo.
I can't remember what it's called now. Oh my god, what's going on?
My mum calls it
Is it the
titayo.
green
Titayo.
bottle?
Yeah.
Titayo.
Yeah.
Green bottle. You said it so. I thought you were trying to say something in Vietnamese.
You're welcome. I do put up my hand and say my
Titayo.
Chinese is the worst here. But yeah, if you guys kind of knew what I was saying, it's like a green bottle and it kind of smells.
No, that's not Tita Zao. That's something else.
No, I swear it is. It's the green bottle.
The green one is Tita Zao is the red one, and it's like black when it comes out, and then like if you get hurt.
Yeah.
That's Tita Zao.
Yeah.
The green one is called. Oh my god, I can't remember what it's called now. But that's for like, I don't know, muscle pain.
To be fair, like they would be alternated. Like green
Between
bottle,
Tiger
green,
Balm.
green, red bottle. Who cares?
I would always
Like,
categorize them as if
Mum-
I'm sick.
Yeah.
I get one of these.
Yeah.
The only thing my mum would do is like if it's a bruise, she'll rub it on there, but rub it hard.
That's what I swear. If it doesn't hurt,
Yeah.
Asians are like, doesn't work.
Yeah.
They want to push the shit out of it,
Mm.
and you're like, does it really work?
I'm trying to think, right? Scientifically, I don't know. Again, I'm trying to think logical, right? Because when you bruise, that's your blood like coagulating, right? It's getting harder in that area, so they're pressing it hard so that they break it down.
That's what they say. That's their logic.
That's what I'm thinking, and I think there's a lot of logic to that. I'm not gonna say it don't work because man's alive now, living 30, great, healthy. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, we'll probably, any doctors out there, because
Yeah, please.
East Asian
Let
doctors,
us
there
know.
must be plenty of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Forced,
None here though.
forced to be doctors. Yeah, true that. None of us are doctors. But yeah, let us know. Is there truth to that?
My fiance's mum did a great trick, and then she wanted her kids to sleep, and then she was like, if you put Tiger Balm on your eyes, it will really
Mate,
help
I've
you
heard
sleep.
that.
What?
And then
That's so
obviously,
painful.
You put it on your eyes, but then obviously if you open your eyes, then
It stings.
it's gonna
Birds.
fucking sting like crap.
Bruv, we used to
So
do that at
it forces you
uni.
to close your eyes.
We do that at uni to wake people up. We did that to Kwa. Shouts to Kwa. We did that when he was sleeping. We put Tiger Balm under his eyelids and he woke up straight away.
Oh my God.
Obviously in tears.
That's
sorry,
quality.
bro. Sorry. Much love. But that's so deep. I didn't know it would have the reverse effect.
Yeah.
To try and put you to sleep.
Try and make them sleep.
Nah,
I
man.
heard that story before, but someone else.
Yeah.
Not the Asian parents. So
Yeah.
What about the boiled egg for bruises? Boiled egg?
that was quite Hong Kong. I feel like
You
I
reckon?
saw it in TV, like TVB all the time.
But my parents are not Hong Kong. They're like,
Did they use it? I've never had the boiled egg before.
Boiled egg, get the cloth and then like rub it over the bruise and that
Never
as well.
had that before.
Never had that one. What?
My
Just me then.
my auntie and my great aunt, they have this thing. I don't know if you've heard it, but you get this little thing and then you burn it and then you put it on like certain pressure points.
Acupuncture?
Yeah, something like that. But it's like
It's not a needle,
it's not a needle. It's just like a little tiny thing
Oh.
you set at a light and then you just
like an incense.
yeah, kind of.
Does it work?
Apparently so. Apparently like
Have you
works
experienced
wonders.
it yourself?
I've never experienced it, but apparently my auntie, well, like there was wind that she can do it because apparently it's not easy to do. And then apparently it just got out to the community, like the WeChat community.
The WeChat.
And then people would just come to her house and be like, "Can you do it?" And she'd be like, "Yeah, all right." And then so there were just strangers coming to her house, and then she would just take them up to her room, and then she would just be like,
So I guess it worked then if they like,
apparently,
word of
it's
mouth.
mad. Apparently she has like a book or like a manuscript that she reads over, and apparently it's like super difficult to do.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
She's a master then in that.
Apparently, yeah.
I want to see whether this works because I've heard acupuncture works fantastic. So if it's hitting those points, yeah, man.
It's probably similar actually to acupuncture.
Yeah, really similar.
But I don't know, man. Getting seared with like basically something that's burning.
Yeah.
Well, it burns you as well because it's so small.
Yeah,
Oh
no
my
shit.
God.
It's just, it reminds me of Young and Dangerous, bruv. You get incense and punish yourself.
Oh yeah.
Fucking that. It sounds a bit mad.
But apparently, if you get it wrong, my cousin was telling me, and if he showed me like a YouTube clip or something, and then apparently if you get it wrong on the neck or something, or like your whole like jowls would just close up, and then you wouldn't be able to open it. So apparently it affects like your blood flow or like
that's
whatever
probably
flow.
what they're aiming then.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Crazy.
I've always believed that the modern day medicine and old school like herbal holistic medicine, right? There's so much more to learn and so much more to know. But hey man, we're the modern day, medicine is a money making system, bro.
I mean, sure. I mean, I've seen when
system.
you start seeing, white people telling you about Tiger Balm, you're like, excuse me, don't you dare tell me about Tiger Balm, because I see adverts for them on TV now.
Yeah. They're probably picking it up from their trip to Thailand. They're changing
over. They're like, now they are the ones going for the Chinese medicine, the holistic herbal stuff, and we're like, no. We're like the British people going, no. We need to believe that the Western science and stuff like it's switching over.
Well, hey man, I believe the mind's the most powerful thing, and I think a lot of it can just be placebos, mind over matter,
placebo
man.
for sure.
If your mind is in a healthy state, you will stay healthy. Shout! You're welcome. Everybody's looking at me like, wow.
Wow.
Well, I don't know if you get shot.
Well, if you get shot,
there's no way you're thinking your way out.
Obviously you're gonna get fucking shot. But however,
if you get COVID, guys, don't think you can just think it. Think it.
Or use Tiger Balm in your top lip.
Don't cut up an onion and put it in your
But what will be good though is at least when people are kissing you, you'll smell decent.
Does it smell decent to have Tiger
I
Balm
love the smell of Tiger Balm.
I don't know.
You're not feeling the Tiger Balm smell.
I mean, it's fine.
It just reminds me of being sick.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
It reminds me of
sick.
health and getting better. See? It's all about the mind. It's all about the mind. See, because you've been thinking about getting sick.
Yeah, but why would you want to kiss someone who smells like
they're sick?
The time you were sick.
Yeah,
they're sick.
You may be right there. That's a good way to put it.
I mean,
I don't want to see it.
That's kind of a red flag to me. If I smell someone with Tiger Balm, I'm like, are you ill?
Yeah, exactly. You got a cold. You do it when we got cold and shit. Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. You shot me down. Shot me down.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
So I think in terms of Asian parenting, we can all say that Asian parents are on a mad one, and they need to come off the WeChat. They need to come off the Facebook groups.
They need to need to stop believing everything.
I think you guys need to get your parents in check. So that's the takeaway.
Unless you heard that advice from our auntie who can do the acupuncture thing.
Yeah.
You hit her up.
Yeah, exactly. I want to hit her up as well.
Onions around the house. That one might not be a shout. Last time we talked about your dating situation and how you felt about your past and how men were treating you. Has the situation changed at all now? Because obviously COVID is a thing.
Wait. You mean like COVID dating, or do you mean like virtual dating? That was what came out of COVID, or do you mean like cock blocking, which is what COVID did?
Okay. So I mean, you've laid out a lot of headers there. So I mean, you just got to dive into them now. So obviously your dating life has been super affected.
Yeah, dude.
Super affected.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay safe and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm trying to virtual date, and the thing is, to be honest, you're all quite in your lockdown mind. So you're like, I'm gonna, because oh my god, I don't know about you guys, but it's a memory that I want to forget. The lockdown, it was so depressing. So I'm in this lockdown mode, and I'm like, okay, I'm going on the apps because I've got nothing else better to do. And to be honest, I wasn't one of those people that's like, oh my god, I'm gonna learn a new language. I was like, no, I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna watch Kardashians. That's how I spent my lockdown. It was
been
great.
cancelled.
I know, it was so sad. But so I'm like on the apps, and I feel like lockdown mind does affect you. I feel like I would not have spoken to some of these people if it was normal times.
Have you not had any like exceptional Zoom dates?
Yeah.
You haven't had any exceptional Zoom dates?
Zoom dates. Oh, I tried some of that, but it's just so awkward. To be honest, I feel like a lot of it was just a pastime. It was never to like meaningfully date anyone, because you're like, oh, when am I going to see you? Yeah.
But you know what? I heard about this sick story where this guy was kind of like dating during the quarantine period, and he sent like some money to the girl's account so she could go out and buy herself like a bottle of wine. So it's like a wine and dine situation,
Okay.
but from home. I thought that was quite smart.
I mean, it is. I mean, people get creative.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
And I think that's quite sweet.
I was talking to someone like a longer period, let's say, and he would do cute things like, let's do virtual film date. So like you're watching the same film at the same time. Like you pick a film and you watch it at the same
I
time.
don't know about that one though.
Why?
I don't know about that one.
There's a Chrome app.
There is, but I don't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
using
Watching
that
at
because
the same
it's real time. So if I pause it,
Oh,
it
okay,
pauses
yeah,
for
yeah.
him and stuff, which is annoying. So things like that were cute, but cute because like you're in lockdown mind, so you're like anything's cute at this point.
It's all a bit of a novelty, isn't it?
So
Doing
basically,
something
she's saying
Exactly.
she
for the
was
first time.
thirsty.
I was thirsty. I'm still thirsty, to be honest. Not been able to quench my thirst. So yeah, that's the situation.
So okay, what about the whole COVID situation? Because obviously yellows have been put in a kind of negative light, right? Anytime we talk about COVID in the media, we usually see a yellow person's picture, like unrelated. So has that made it like more difficult for you, or are you more in high demand now?
I think in the beginning, the racism towards Asians was, as we all know, very serious. I think as it became a worldwide problem, I think people seem to forget that like it was a China problem as much. I mean, it still exists, but it's not as crazy. And to be honest, during that height when it was a Chinese problem and Chinese people's problem, I went out of the house ready to fight. I was like, please get racist to me. I'll beat you up right now. I was waiting for it. I was like, come on then, come on, say it,
Wow.
say it, go on.
Wow.
But nobody got like racist, outright racist to my face. I had some like passive aggressive kind of
Statements.
yeah, and I'll do that. I have to have a 3-strike threshold, otherwise I'll just be in jail all the time for beating people up. Right. So I had to escalate, right? So I was looking at them. I was like, oh, look in my eye and say the same thing again. Look in my eye. Look at my eye. Then
She's scaring me. It's like, oh,
Wow. Katie's up for a fight.
look, man, look. And they didn't look. They just were very passive aggressive about it, right? And I'm like, yeah, you don't say. If you say, I'll see what happens to you. So I was ready to fight.
Shouts to Katie doing the good Lord's job out here.
You have to stand up to them. You have to. You don't let them get away with this shit. I'm telling you, I'm just so sick of it. I'm so sick of people just saying, because that's how I grew up. I grew up with mom saying, leave it at. Leave it. It's not worth it.
Turn the other cheek.
No.
Be a better person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell no to that. And I feel like, I think in general, not just racism, but any crime in general, they say that there's a victim posture. There's a victim like aura. So basically, if you're like kind of hunched, you're like kind of not very confident, you're kind of scared. I think they say that these people are quite often targeted. Whereas, and I think there's some people have different stances, like a non-victim stance, and they were like, oh, that person might look like going to be trouble. And they don't. Apparently, that's like psychology.
Holy crap.
You
That makes
have
sense.
to walk around like I'm going to beat you up.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here. I'm telling you.
I mean, I don't know.
Walk with a scowl. Get that Batman face.
Let me tell you what my guy mate said to me, Simon. Yeah. He said, he was like, Katie's one girl mate that if she's walking around at night time by herself, I wouldn't be scared. He was like, I'd be scared for the attacker.
Yeah.
That's how you have to be. Okay. So, but you don't want to be in the situation at the same time. I don't want to be in the situation, but I'm just saying you have to be prepared.
Yeah, I do
Fight
think.
back.
Yeah, I do think you got to be prepared for the worst. I mean, when we, last week we talked about how, some grandmas, some Asian aunties are, target of attacks, racist attacks. Getting pushed into lakes, getting set alight. So obviously, yeah, I mean, I do agree with that to some extent. Like, you definitely got to have your guard up when you're out on the street. But at the same time, I'm not trying to contribute to the fact that we all have to work together as a community, right? We have to be together because we're only going to survive as a unit if we're together, right? But at the same time, there are these underlining racist themes that are happening. So yeah, like, I agree with you definitely to some extent, especially like if you're out late at night, roll in numbers, roll with people. Don't be on your J's, because even in the beginning, down Oxford Street, I remember some Singaporean kid, 19.
Yeah,
he got rushed. He got rushed because of this whole COVID racism shit, and it was just like raw. Like, I would
that's
hate
what I
for that to be
mean.
my little brother. You know what I mean?
I mean, you talk about the aunties and when you see the elderly getting attacked, and a same thing is these
Infuriating.
cowards. They're
Yeah.
cowards, and they pick on people that they know that they are vulnerable. They know that they can't fight back. That's why you have to fight back. You have to at least show them. They're cowards. They will never approach someone that they feel like is going to fight back anyway.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's the same with like when people do theft, innit? They look for foreigners,
Exactly.
innit? People who are like
vulnerable people. Yeah.
not aware of their surroundings and stuff. So I mean, the main key is to be aware of your surroundings at all times.
And call out racism.
Yeah, 100%. And
That's what I was saying.
Try not look down on your phone too much when you're walking down the street.
Don't even hold your phone out. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm constantly in like,
That's Asian parenting, 101.
Yeah. I always go out like someone's trying to attack me all the time. Always like everyone's going, you're trying to attack me.
That's not healthy though.
You've really built up that siege mentality.
That is not healthy though.
But since growing up, I've always been like, oh my god, you're trying to kill me or whatever. So that's how I live.
Yeah. I mean, that's a whole nother, subject. Like girls can feel a little bit less.
The girl thing's definitely another part of it. Yeah.
Like more vulnerable at night on their own rather
sure.
than a man. But obviously, me and Lam have experienced, those things as well in our past. But we can only really say to protect yourself, just be aware of your surroundings, man. As long as you know what's happening around you, you can then make the moves necessary. But that's all we'll say on that.
Fat phobia? Asian fat phobia?
Yeah. So yeah.
That's my favorite topic, to be honest.
Go on. What? Break it down.
I don't know if I don't think you guys ever experienced it.
I've never, because I've been like skinny most of my life. Yeah.
There was a period in my 20s where I gained a bit of weight, and my aunties and uncles were like, "You gained a bit of weight." I was like, "Oh shit."
Is that all they said though? They didn't say, "Why you're so fat?"
Oh no, they were just like, "Oh, you've gained a bit of weight." But even then, I was like, "This is the first time I've had this in my whole life." I was
Oh,
like,
really?
this is crazy.
Because to them, they're just saying it as fact. They're like, well, duh, just being descriptive. But then you're like, excuse me, this is really rude.
Yeah.
Because obviously the culture is very different. But like, I think especially for females, if Asian females get it more. Like, I don't know if you have sisters.
Yeah, I have a sister.
Did she ever get it?
She had the time that she had her closer relationship with my mum. I was kind of out of the house at uni, so I couldn't comment. I wouldn't know.
Because I feel like in a household of, let's say because I only live with girls. If it was like girls and boys, the boys will just they will just be like, oh, you might have gained a little weight, and it was like, move on. But the girls, it's like, whoo. I don't know if you guys remember Chinese school. We did those dances and the Chinese dances.
Yeah, with the fans and the ribbons and stuff.
The chopsticks and stuff.
It was sick, man.
Chopsticks.
It was sick, I think back and I'm like, damn, that was pretty good. But anyway, so I decided to participate one year, and the dance school teacher, you remember who this is?
Yeah, the one with glasses, short hair.
Yeah, you remember her?
Yeah.
She was so rude. She'd be like, why are you so fat? Too fat. Because basically we had these costumes we had to fit into. They're like generic costumes that were sitting there.
One size fit all.
A million
Christ.
years, yeah. And I swear to you, I fit into it. Like, I actually buttoned up everything. It was just like the bigger size.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was like from size 0 to size 6. It was like, it's ridiculous. I still fit into it. I closed up everything. And she's like, why are you so fat? Too fat. The whole time it was like, you're so fat. Why? And I was like crying because she just on and on and on. She just kept calling me fat.
That's proper deep. That's
Crazy.
so deep.
And I get this from mum as well.
But you think she's a teacher, like she should have some sympathy or empathy towards
I
the
know.
students, but she was just all the rules are out the window.
And it's like, the worst thing is I actually fit into it. Like, 'cause I get it if she was angry because I couldn't fit into the clothes.
Yeah.
I fit into it and I wore it and I danced in it. So I don't know what she was crying about, but
obviously not to defend her, but obviously like that generation obviously had some idea of beauty that was in their mind. Obviously
they still do now. That's a scary thing. Yeah,
100%. But I mean, again, we're now the ones with the bigger voice, and we're the ones that are now, hopefully making that change. So our kids won't have that same kind of fear. Because I mean, I'm not gonna be like to my kid like, oh shit, you're a fat bitch.
I definitely think the beauty standards in terms of weight is a lot harsher for Asian people.
Oh hell
compared to other people. Do you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Like with, I don't know if like Western countries or like African countries, like if you are big and busty,
it's better,
like beautiful, right?
Yeah. Whereas, apparently it's better for child rearing.
Yeah. But with like Asian you just like always stick skinny. It's always been skinny. That's always been the beauty standard.
And there's like a tiny little box as well. And if you go out of it a little bit, it's like, that's it, you're fat.
Yeah.
We must be having progress though, because like back in the day, they used to like try to keep the ladies' feet tainty and like tie them up so they would stay small. I'm sure we're not doing that.
Yeah, but that was like ancient. Like you're talking about like
progress, no?
Gat days or whatever it was. I don't know when that was. Or like a long like Ming Dynasty or whatever. I don't know how.
You can't hate on progress.
That's like thousands of years ago.
Obviously,
you have to wait another 1,000 years for them to get over the
we have
phobia.
hurdles to go.
No, Michael, that is just like such a flawed argument. Mate.
Hey,
slavery was abolished. Progress.
Exactly.
It's like cool. Yeah. Be thankful for that.
Okay, look. I wanted to put us in at least a little bit of a positive light. There has been,
I get it.
There has been progress, but
clutching at straws here. Like.
Yeah, we're pretty shit. We're pretty shit. But like, obviously, in my fam, like, I've not had that experience of being like, oh, too fat, too skinny. More other like, I felt too skinny because of girls. Because growing up, it was other girls being like, you're too skinny, rather than.
Were they Asian girls or were they white girls?
It was like Asian. I was only interested in Asian girls in the early days. So yeah. That it was all Asian girls that would say that.
Oh, you were skinny shamed then?
Yeah.
I see the opposite. I mean, it's the same kind of vibe, and skinny shaming someone is the same as fat shaming someone.
Yeah.
The feeling is the same because then you're like, it's like, what, do I have to put on weight or like do I have to lose weight and things like that?
Yeah, but I never really got it from like parents about being too skinny because they were like calm, whatever.
Yeah, because you're skinny. They're fat.
They're calm, but it was more from for I feel generically for boys it came from girls being like, oh, you're too skinny. But I think like over time, like I don't really, that stuff didn't really affect me too much because like I had my own like thesis and I was like, okay, let me get dench because girls like dench. and then, so it never really bothered me in a sense that, I felt a certain type of way because it was more multiple things that I wanted to be able to, defend myself. I thought, have a bit of muscle, be a bit stronger. But yeah, I got body shamed by girls. So yeah, there's that.
I feel like it's definitely a female problem. I think a lot of Asian girls will understand. I mean, I was talking to a friend who said that he doesn't get it, his brother doesn't get it, but his sister gets it. So it's the same sexism you get quite a lot in Chinese families still anyway, isn't it? Like guys can do what they want, females can't. They get more controlled and stuff. I mean, my mum's luckily quite chilled. So bringing back from blasting her about crazy shit, she's really chilled actually. So like, and I also think that as much as she's quite conservative, like telling me about being too fat and stuff, I just look at her now. She knows not to say anything anymore.
So you switch roles now. You give your mum the death look.
Because we've had so many arguments about her calling me fat. That's why.
Yeah. That must be. It's obviously hit a tone with her now that she's responding to you. Yeah. Giving her the parent look. You know what I'm talking about.
It's the parent look.
Yeah.
Only because now it's a joke. It's funny. I swear to you, I'll be sitting just chilling. This is recent by the way. I'm just chilling. She's like, look at your belly. I'm like,
ouch.
Don't even look there then. Why are you looking there? Okay?
Wow.
Don't even look there.
But that's banter for her. That's banter for you.
And then she's just like laughing now. Only because we both can take it as a joke now. Because before we'd have loads of arguments. I had like a lot of mental issues with my weight because of it. And she obviously just thought, she was like, I just care about you. That's her approach. She's like, why are you angry? Why are you sad? I'm just caring. It's like, but she doesn't realize it's affecting me a lot mentally. And now that we're both in a better place, she understands, I understand that I can just be like, oh, don't look there. Because I can just look at her and be like, she's just Asian mum. Her idea of like beauty is something else that I don't have to conform to. And so I kind of would just get over it and laugh.
That's it. You remember, guys, that as much as your parents give you like shit on your body image, they're your parents, and most of the time, I can't speak for everybody, but they'll love you whatever shape you are. But obviously, they give you these nudges in ways. But obviously, you need to educate them and be like, look, this is not how life should be. Like, you shouldn't be beating people up for the way they look. Maybe obviously, if they have health issues, is a different thing. You'd be like, okay, maybe you should do some exercise because you've got like a high blood pressure or something.
I always joke that I think that she likes my two older sisters more than me and my younger sisters because we were the fat kids and they were the older, like, skinny kids. And we always joke that she liked them more. So when he's like, oh, they all love you no matter shape or form, I'm like, mate, she'd love me more if I was skinny.
Who's the favourite in the family?
Well, I have to say, I never said this before, but I'm definitely the best daughter. There's 4 of us, okay? And I'm like, do you know what I like about myself? This is crazy. Is that I am that like example Asian kid. I have been used as examples to be like, you need to be more like Kate. I'm like, I made
Wow,
it.
you're top tier there.
I am.
You're top tier.
I am.
When you're used as the example.
See,
yes.
you could be the favorite.
You're the favorite.
You could be the favorite, but still be the shittest in the family.
I think so.
Because that's me. Like, I'm definitely the favorite, but I'm doing the least well in terms of like my family's eyes.
I think maybe I'm the opposite. I don't know. How does that work?
So basically, like, my mum and will definitely speak to me the most.
Okay.
She'll do runs out to me the most to like drop food and whatnot, or like call me to check up and whatnot. But she also cusses me and says like, when are you gonna get a real job? And she doesn't have any qualms with like my older brother, my younger brother, because you know they both bought yards, and I'm out here trying to chase a actor's
But
dream.
does she say that as banter, or is she actually genuinely like, hurry up and get a job?
No, she says hurry up and get a job.
Yeah, like, props.
Asian style,
she's
man.
like, are you done now? Like, are you done fucking around doing
Yeah.
whatever you're doing? Like, you're
They
like,
always say that.
like, Sam's up. So
Are you
like,
done
you got-
dreaming?
Yeah. So like, you're gonna get a real job.
I mean, it is true. You are 30 now. Like, come on, you're getting.
Fuck off! You forgot my birthday. Fuck off! You have no right to.
Oh, sorry, 31.
Oh shit, you're 31 now.
No, bro. How do you not know?
We're same age.
Yes.
So you should be 31 soon though.
Next year.
Oh, you were like the younger kid. of the year. I was the older kid.
I just turned 30. Fuck you, Lam. Fuck you. Wow, upset man.
You know, I always think that I'm not the favorite in my family.
Nah, I reckon you are. No, Simon's the favorite.
But that's what I think as well. But then trying and everyone else, they're always like, you're the favorite. And
But what makes you the favourite though?
I think it's because I have more banter with them.
Yeah. Actually, I think you might be right. I think you are the favorite.
I just joke around with them a lot more.
So you guys are talking about like favourites in terms of like personality and like chats and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm talking about like Asian lists, ticking things off the list.
Yeah, so you could be the favorite, but you might not be the example.
Exactly. I think I'm the opposite. I'm the example, but maybe not the favourite.
Yeah.
Because I'm not skinny. If I was skinny,
Then
my
they
mum
would
will like me more.
parade you around. They would be like, "Look at my daughter."
I mean, she still parades me in different ways, so it's fine. But I definitely am the example, so that's why I think I'm like the best. However, of course, being typical Asian parenting is like, well, then when you get married, when you get married, that's when you're successful. So it's like you get one thing, and then so it's like, okay, first you need to go to university. Okay, go to university now. Well, then you need to make money. If you don't make money, then you're nothing. I'm like, okay, well, why don't I be a stripper? I make lots of money. Am I successful? She's like, no. I'm like, yeah, but you said money is success. So I said, I'll be a stripper. And then, okay, so I make money now. And she's like, well, you need to buy a house. So I'm in the process, okay? And then she's like, well, where's your husband? Where's your kids? Do you see what I mean? It's always something with Asian parents, isn't it?
It ain't ever going to end until you're married, got 3 beautiful kids, and you have a house.
But even then, I bet you it's going to be something else.
Yeah,
like, your kids.
Yeah.
Why your kids
trust
doing
me.
it? It's going to be continuous.
100%. It's but that's how they show their love.
I know.
That's how they show their love. You know? I honestly believe they just want to. They care about where you are, and they know where they've gotten to, right? And they're just trying to gauge it and be like, okay, this is the standard of life I think is good, and they're just trying to hope for the best for you.
For sure.
And be like, yeah, here's the guidelines. This is the next target that you need to reach, but they just don't know how to say that lovingly.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, because I don't think that they were spoken to in a lovingly way.
True.
They just don't know how to.
Yeah. I think love, communication. Well, the communication of love has definitely not been our strong point as East Asians, and I think that's that's what where we're hoping that people are getting better at now. That we're inviting people to talk about how they feel, because we need to, because you know what, I swear that the numbers for depression in like ethnics is lower than it actually is, because most of us East Asians, depression doesn't exist.
No, we don't talk about it. It doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't exist. It just means you're doing shit. You need to do better.
Yeah.
Stop being a little bitch. And be better.
Or they just think all your problems will be solved if you just get married and have a house.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
That's it.
That's happiness.
Yeah.
The way my mum
That'll be
throws
happiness.
shade at me, like one time I was like, I went on holiday by myself, and she's like, why'd you go on holiday by yourself? I'm like, why don't you go with some friends? I'm like, well, it's a last minute thing, so I just thought, why not? I'll just go on holiday. And she's like, she actually said in Chinese, like half Chinese, half English, she said, "Come dry." Come dry.
She's
go by
hot on
yourself.
Chinglish.
Man.
She's like, You don't have like a guy to go with anything like that. Like she's throwing me shade.
Your mum's got so much sass, boy. She's got
Fair.
See
so
where I
many
get it from
opinions.
now. She does.
Damn.
She doesn't even know it. I don't think she even knows how sassy she is. She's just so, it just all comes from somewhere. She means all of it. So she still sometimes tries to throw hints about me getting married and stuff, but I think she's quite accepted that I am the modern woman, because she's like, why don't you get a normal job? Why don't you just settle down? Because 30 to Asian parents is old.
But you not
now.
consider your job as normal?
She does. So she wants me to keep this job, but I'm trying to change jobs. And she's like, no, why don't you just keep the job that you have now? It's great, you know. Just be normal.
That's all Asian parents want.
Yeah.
They just want you to be normal.
Be normal.
Put
They're
your
like,
head
don't
down.
be too, don't be too
Don't
ambitious.
Too out there.
Because, you know, I'm trying to do like, I was interested in international development and like asylum seekers, refugees. And she's like, just be normal. Why you got to be so like...
They're just interested in the numbers, you know. They're like, if you work in an office, I mean, this
Earn
is the
this
vast
much money.
This is the vast middle class. You just fit there into the middle class.
Yes.
And you'll be perfect.
Especially as a woman, I think, again, as well. She's
Yeah.
like, there needs to be a certain like narrative for women. And it's getting like having children and, you know, settling down. But I'm definitely the odd one in my family. So
Do you get it a lot from your aunties and uncles as well? Like, when do you get married? Or do you have a boyfriend yet?
every time they ask my question, I try to throw them off. So I always say, I have too many. When I have one, I'll show you.
Yeah.
So then they just kind of laugh, and then they just don't know what else
Just
to
flipping the
say.
script.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't say nothing to that, innit? Because they have an
Exactly.
idea. So you just fuck up the whole script, and you're just like, yeah, fuck it. I got 20 man.
How would you
Right.
answer it if they're like, when are you getting married?
I'll just be like, when I got money, and they'll be like, when you got money, when I get paid. I'll just answer the most dumbest shit because at this point it's like I don't even know what the fuck is going on with my life.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the burn. Like, you know what I mean? Like as an actor, like I know it's a shit time, and I've been dealing with it. So I don't need you to be like, when you're getting a real job, them jobs ain't out there no more.
I know.
You know, people being made redundant.
My cousin was like, because I was always getting it from my aunties and uncles, like, when you get married, when you going to have kids. And I was like, to my cousin, I hate this shit. They always ask me this. And he was like, because he's married with 3 kids, he was like, savor it. I was like, why? Once you're married with 3 kids, they don't talk to you anymore.
Yeah. That's true.
They don't give a shit about you anymore. Uncle hasn't talked to me in 3 years.
That's true, you know. I swear, like, when I was jobless, like, really low, didn't have much going on for me. You're just a student, like, you're young, you just about started uni, so many questions, what are you going to do with your life, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I made it now.
Yeah.
Emmy-nominated journalist, hello.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
In the house, in the house.
Okay.
Damn.
Nobody want to ask me shit. I'm like, please ask me. I even have a master's now. Ask me. No one asks me shit. I'm like, they don't want to ask you when you're high and, you know.
Yeah. Now they're like, she's made
She's
it.
got it, yeah.
Don't need to worry about her anymore. We don't
Hey.
need to worry. She's okay. We've got peace of mind.
So it's true.
So I mean, it seems like we need to deal with that. That understanding of how our parents communicate their love to us. Because you sound like you guys are gonna miss it when it's gone.
Nah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
I don't think I could ever handle those soft communication. I think it's just because I've been brought up. If they're like nice to me and they're like, "How are you doing? How are you feeling?" I'd be like, "Ooh, why are you being weird?" I wouldn't be able to handle it.
I don't know, man. I never really communicated with my mum about them feelings and stuff now. So like when I do try to ask her, it is a bit weird for me to say
Yeah.
them things. But like I say it because like I'm just like I'm trying to be a better human being, a bit better son to you. Because I realized that my mum's been through bare shit bringing us up. Like and I never really thought about it. And once you get old enough and you start having all these responsibilities, you're like, okay. Mum had it tough, like,
Yeah.
she was basically, taking care of, 4 kids, working a job, like, okay, like I'm already struggling and I ain't got no kids, and mentally that's a real journey in itself. Like I've got some real highs and some real shitty lows, especially being an actor. Like we definitely just need to understand how to communicate to our parents, like in a way that can get across the message clearer. Like, you know what I mean? Because eventually we're going to miss it, man. You don't know what's gone until it's gone.
It's really funny though, because every time she nags me, I did this one time, I remember it was like COVID or something, like always telling me about this, like you need to do this, every time. I had glasses on as well, I remember, and I went, are you done? She started laughing because she knows I'm like, oh my God, here we go again with the lectures. And she just started laughing because she knows I'm like, here we go. Okay, yeah, say what you need to say. Finish.
That's good though.
You just got to realize what your parents' love language is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I know my mum's a feeder.
Yeah.
So I just let her make me food.
What?
I'm just like,
Yeah, 100.
I will be a wonderful son to you, mum. Just give me all the food.
Same.
yeah.
That's
Feed
what my
me.
mum's about. She's
You
about
know,
the
I'll
food.
just
Yeah.
let her.
That's
Yeah.
easy because I'm sure my mum's money. I just throw her loads of money. She's like, best daughter ever.
No, she's not. My mum will never accept money from me.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
like, no, you take it. You need it.
That's what my mum's like as well. But I mean, I insist. Obviously, I live at home and everything, and so I have to. I'm just like, she still tries to give me money. I'm like, why are you giving me money? I give now. Before she used to fake open her purse when we moved together, and now because she knows I'm gonna pay for it, she knows she's gonna pay for it, and now she's like, yeah, she'll get it, because she's like, there's no way I'll ever let her pay for anything. So
Yeah.
she's like, kind of like, she's not gonna try and fight me. So
That's really
That's
really
cute.
good though.
Yeah.
Like you're definitely top tier daughter out there. Like paying for parents. Like, I'm not even on that level yet. Sorry, mum. I'm still broke.
she's feeding you. That's what she wants.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Well, yeah. You know, she brings over the homemade buns and the spring rolls and stuff. So I'm blessed.
I'm gonna miss it so much when I move out. Honestly.
Trust me, the favorite things my mum loves is when I call her and I'm like, Mum, can you make this?
Yeah,
I'm gonna come over next week. Oh, can you make this?
Yeah.
And she'll be like, oh yes, of course.
My sister does that, and I can see my mum's kind of the same actually. She's
Yeah.
like, yeah, totally, I'll make this.
She'll get so excited.
Yeah,
She starts to feel like needed and loved again.
yeah. Actually,
Like
no, I see that actually, but I mean, I'm so old now. I live at home, so I'm really embarrassed. But then now, I'm like potentially moving out. I'm like, oh my god, what am I gonna do with that?
That's it. You don't know what's gone until it's gone.
Mate,
You know
that's
what I mean?
part of our weekly planning with the food. I'm like, okay, so we can cook these days, but then this day we'll go home and get food from my parents.
Hell yeah,
Like,
hell yeah.
Standard. I've done that.
I'll do it
done
every
that.
time. That'll feed us for like 2-3 days.
I think I'll probably do that for the first few months. Just eat at home still all the
Oh
time.
no, it'll never go
Save
away.
money.
It'll never go away. We'll do it for years.
Shouts
No,
to Asian
exactly.
parents. Shouts
It
to
is.
Asian
They
parents.
are
Saving
ride or
us.
die.
Yeah.
Man.
Saving us.
They are.
They out here cussing us for our body shape.
Exactly.
But as long as you can look
Yeah.
past that and all that mental abuse, they will love you.
Oh
with
no,
the-
they say that, but they love to feed us. They're just
They
giving us
feed
food.
you. That's what I'm just trying to
food all the
say.
time.
it's a catch-22.
Exactly. It's
Look at all this
it's
food you're
they
cooking
feed
us.
you. They give you shelter. There's none of that like this is mine and that's yours. It's like no, there's none of that. It's like all of it is ours.
Yeah.
Which is
What about the
great.
listeners? Have you guys ever had like really regimented? I remember hearing stories of like Hong Kong parents like would plan out their kids' days, like go to school, then go to practice, then go violin practice, then piano. Like it's legit. Or is your parent modern? Like are they asking you how you're feeling and how your day went? Let us know in the comments. So yeah, just to make this a little bit fun, we have basically a few lines of questions, and you just have to respond the first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
they're
it's
just-
gonna be really dirty. I'm
No,
scared.
no,
no,
not at all, not at all. Just-
Not
But
at all.
my mind is really
It's-
dirty.
It would be quick fire questions.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, we're ready.
we are ready. So I don't know what the name of this segment is, but let's call it Lamb's quickfire questions.
All right, cool. Favorite style chicken feet?
Oh my god. Thai.
Thai. Oh, nice one.
Yes.
So, Ta Siu Bao, dim sum style or bakery style?
Bakery.
Bakery style.
Oh
No,
what?
dim sum. I changed my mind.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
I
They
don't
are
know.
fluffier.
I don't know. I like the
They
roasted
are
ones.
fluffy, yeah.
Roasted pork
All right,
buns.
so BTS or Big Bang?
Big Bang, girl. That's my generation. That's our
Yes, Big
generation.
Bang.
Big Bang all the way.
Keeping it classic.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get killed by BTS fans. I'm scared.
No hate.
No, we love them to ovs, but I'm just old and crusty.
Big
so
Bang paved the way for BTS.
yeah,
That's right.
And we're just really old and crusty, so of course we're gonna go for the old.
They were the
bands.
originators.
30's the new 20. Sorry.
All right, so keeping up with the Big Bang theme, Taeyang or Henry Golding?
I don't actually know who Henry Golding is. So I'll
Crazy
say
Rich
Taeyang.
Asians?
Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh,
Yeah.
that guy. Taeyang.
Taeyang, yeah.
Hey, yeah. Wedding dress. You got go wedding dress.
Durian, yes or no?
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's nice, isn't it?
Basically, when you walk into a Chinese supermarket, that's basically what it smells like. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah, yeah.
this is fine.
This is my culture.
I've put my hand in. I've never eaten durian.
Smell it up.
No,
I've only smelled
you're not
it.
Asian then.
Well, yeah.
We're
I'm
judging you
probably
right
the
now.
whitest Asian in the room.
That's
Fucking
crazy,
delicious, man. Try it.
It is delicious. It's
Everywhere
the
in Asia I
best.
go is usually just banned, innit? Yeah, I can't come in a hotel
Yeah,
with
obviously
durian.
because you go into touristy places, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's so nice.
It is really good.
All right. Well, someone send up some durian. I'll be trying that soon. Soon come. Was that it?
I had one more,
Go.
but all right. So Mandarin or Cantonese?
Cantonese.
Oh,
I'm a Canto girl, so.
Why did you pick Canto?
Because I speak Cantonese at home. That's literally the only reason why.
But if you could have the choice
To speak.
of being like fully fluent.
Well, everyone says Mandarin is more useful, which is true. But I think Cantonese is way harder to learn because it's so colloquial.
Yeah.
It's not like you can just
100%.
learn it on a textbook. So I'm glad that that's what I spoke growing up. But I wish I was fluent in Mandarin.
I mean, we did spend like 10 years.
Oh my God, I know. I'm sorry to say, Sherry, I'm going to put you on blast. But this girl would cheat, right?
Yeah.
Every year. And she was still in year 2 for like 5 years. She was like, this big, you fail, and you stay insane. Same year. This girl's like in year 2 for like 5 years. She's like, big up kid, and all these little kids in there.
You're cussing, but
Sherry.
I was also in that class.
Sherry. No.
You were with her.
No,
Yeah.
you guys are terrible.
No,
I
you
was
guys
in that
are
class.
I mean,
whack.
I cheated, but at least I got to year 6.
Exactly.
You know? At least I passed.
Exactly. How do you fail so many years?
I was
of
only there
cheating?
for like a year, so technically I didn't really have the chance to succeed.
Were you only there for a year?
I swear like a year or two. But
You was in the same class as my little brother.
yeah. Shouts. But hey, I learned a couple of stuff. Burpamafer, Durtanala,
You said that like the whitest.
What is
That?
To be honest, I think I was so like that, speak like that as well. It is.
which is like the what they call the
Phonetic
Yeah, it's like
alphabet.
Pinyin.
yeah, it's the pinyin.
Once you learn that, you could read anything.
yeah, but well,
It's Taiwanese specifically though, so not only Taiwanese.
Oh, is
We
it?
learned like Taiwanese Mandarin.
Oh,
You didn't even know.
I
You
didn't
guys
even.
don't even know.
Wait, Mandarin is just Mandarin.
Oh, son.
So what? There's
It was
Beijing
specific-
Mandarin
Kind of.
or like Shanghai Mandarin.
they may say stuff like slightly pronounced slightly different,
But
because of the dialect.
That's just accent though. That's just like Brummy.
That's accent,
and-
yeah, but it was Taiwanese specifically because only in Taiwan where they have traditional words, which is what we learned, and they speak Mandarin and they have the phonetic alphabet.
Okay.
That's very Taiwanese specific.
So in Beijing, you don't get the phonetic.
Not really. I don't think they use it. I mean, oh God, I might be wrong, but I don't think they use it.
I mean, they should. It
Taiwanese.
makes reading so much easier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they probably do use it. But I think, yeah. I only say that because I'm sure the school was Taiwanese.
You know, I recently found all of my Chinese textbooks again, and then I tried to read it, and I was like,
Can't read it.
I got this, man. I know Pinyin.
Nope.
I know the Burpamafer easy.
Nope.
I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know this anymore.
To be honest, I still can kind of read it, but it's because it's karaoke. So you got to keep singing. My
Yeah.
Korean, my Mandarin, my Cantonese, I keep singing and reading lyrics so that I can like remember.
Okay,
that
so
could be a shout.
Big Bang tunes.
Hell yeah.
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 Singing like Norebang, I'm so good. So I lived in Korea for half a year, didn't I?
Oh yeah.
Did you?
I
didn't even know
so
that.
I speak conversational Korean, but I can read it and write it pretty easy.
Okay.
So
Shouts.
I only know occasional words from watching K-drama.
that's not
That's
good enough.
right.
I just
Bali.
Bali. Bali.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Everyone-
I know some numbers just because my kung fu master does Korean numbers.
Oh yeah, I know 1 to 10 because of Taekwondo.
Yeah. He go 하나 둘 셋 넷 다섯 여섯.
Here you go.
You sound so Chinese when you say it. It's like 하나 둘셋 like it sounded so Chinese.
I am
when you
Chinese.
said it.
You got to do it with the Korean accent.
하나,
둘,
둘. That's wrong. It's 둘.
둘.
No, not 둘. It's 둘.
You know what? You're both
둘.
tools.
하나, 둘, 셋,
넷, 다섯,
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 여섯,
일곱.
일곱,
야곱.
야로.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
You guys fucked me up. I don't remember.
We're
now.
almost there.
You
I
fucked
mean,
me up.
hey, if any Koreans listening there, you let us know. But you know, hey, look, we're trying to cross that boundary and learn your language.
Everyone's trying to learn Korean now because of K-pop, though.
Bruv, I've been trying to learn Korean since I was like 16, but it weren't happening.
That's why I moved to Korea for it.
No.
I'm not.
I was extreme.
No, just like obviously we were listening to
K-pop,
to
innit?
bare
Yeah.
K-pop,
Oh,
and I
true.
never understood what the lyrics were saying. I was just making weird sounds in what I thought was Korean.
I can't believe you lived in Korea for half a year.
Yeah.
I can actually understand the lyrics at least. So I
Yeah.
can feel songs when they sing. I'm like, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Did you feel like you were picking up the language as you were there?
That's the best way to learn a language because
Yeah.
they don't speak English there, so it was great for like learning language.
You
'cause
just forced.
forced to use it. And then I came back and worked at the Korean pub. Did I ever see you at the Korean pub? I don't know if I did, but it was in Bermondsey, and
There's a
there,
Korean pub in Bermondsey?
yeah, you missed out because they've moved now to Monument, but
Damn, moving
it's
up in the
K
world.
Place, just so you know, Monument. But they, yeah, I was working there for a few years, like a student job, and everyone was Korean, so I just worked in Korean, spoke to Korean. Although saying that, my friend was cussing shit at me. He's like, you sound like a North Korean.
Wow. That's a diss. That's
like,
so deep.
Excuse me. No, I didn't sound like a North Korean for sure.
Wait, I didn't even know. Different accents, right?
Yeah.
Majorly different.
Yeah. So, I mean, it must be like North and South Vietnamese. They like sound completely different almost.
That's true.
It's also very like, I think it's old time kind of Korean as well, I think.
Oh, like Shakespearean, like
Probably, yeah, I'm assuming.
Wherefore art thou?
Wherefore art thou kimchi?
Wherefore art thou Kim Jong?
Maybe, yeah.
To be or not to be. And on that note, I think we should wrap up the episode. Thank you very much, Katie, for coming in and joining us again.
Thank you for having me. Honestly, I'm so glad you asked me back.
Don't worry.
Was
Next
that
year,
popular? Just check. Was my episode particularly popular in any way?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Lamb's the numbers guy. He looks at the
Yeah,
numbers.
it was.
Yeah.
Would you say one of the top?
One of the top. Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Definitely.
See,
I think
viewers are
very good
speaking out
podcast.
to you guys. See?
Yeah, I think a lot of people could relate to your experience, you know, and maybe some of the girl listeners actually could have a little bit more of a insight as well and share that opinion. Yeah, you know where to find us, guys. Make sure you leave your comments about everything we talked about today, or any questions you might have. You can find us on Instagram at Respect the Mic Pod, and you can find us me on Instagram at Michael H Truong. On Twitter is also the same. Lam.
On Instagram is at Hong Mike Lam, and on Twitter is _Famalam.
And if you do want to hit up Katie, you can find her at
KTIERAIN. I don't do this often clearly, so I don't sound very smooth. But slide in my DMs, yeah.
Whoa.
If you enjoyed this episode, slide in my DMs.
So yeah, that's it for the episode, guys. And I usually have something cool to say to close up the episode, but bye, motherfuckers.
Peace.